AITA for banning a kid who sees me as a father figure from my house. I have a 17-year-old daughter. A few years ago she became best friends with a girl I shall call Larissa for this post. Larissa frequently comes around to our house and I have been a sort of surrogate father figure for her at times cause her dad is not in the picture. Larissa is pretty much welcome at any time in our house, and sometimes she comes around even when my daughter is out, which wasn't really an issue for us until recently. She would just come and stay in our daughter's room or sit in the living room and scroll through her phone, etc. A few months or so ago, I started to feel a shift in Larissa's attitude towards me. I started to sense that she had developed a sort of a crush on me. My wife confirmed that she sensed the same shift, but we both thought this was harmless and that it would probably pass. However, Larissa has been making somewhat suggestive remarks about how she would turn 18 soon to me for the past couple of weeks. I have explicitly told her that I see her as a daughter and a child. I've felt very uncomfortable whenever Larissa has been around the house, especially when neither my wife or daughter are in the same room. I talked things over with my wife and we decided that Larissa can only visit when our daughter is home and that they should spend most of their time in her room unless they are eating or watching something in the living room. My daughter thinks these rules are ridiculous. We didn't really discuss why we implemented these new rules as we didn't want to cause any embarrassment. Larissa has told us that she understands that she is no longer welcome and is banned from the house, and not to worry cause she won't be coming around anymore. I do feel bad for taking away a space that probably was a space safe for Larissa, but I'm also weary of Larissa's crush and it makes me uncomfortable, and I really don't want to risk even potentially being labeled something even close to a creep. But I do feel like an asshole cause she has been banned to save potential trouble. But cause she's caused any yet. AITA? NTA. Boundaries are important and kudos to you for handling it well. 1. Tagging the wife in. 2. Not embarrassing Larissa by telling your daughter the reason why. 3. Setting the boundary that still allows her access to your house but in a safe way. 4. Telling Larissa you see her as a child. You're protecting both her and yourself. NTA. It's only a harmless crush so far, but you never know how far she is willing to go. She could make up stories. Not even just to accuse you, but maybe just to brag to other friends. In the "my boyfriend goes to another school" type of way. And could get you into real trouble. Also, you didn't ban her. You just forbid her from coming over without your daughter present. Something that is usually the norm anyways. NTA. You're mistaken in saying she hasn't done anything suggestive remarks or actual trouble. You've set a very important and necessary boundary. And should stick with it. NTA. Although you may have to tell your daughter soon if the issue presses on. NTA. You did the exact right thing. Larissa's crush could be harmless, or it could grow to something much more. It represents a threat to your livelihood, marriage, even your personal freedoms if she decides to make something up to get you. I've been a teacher for decades and I've seen it more than I would have ever thought. I won't even be alone with a student unless the door to my room is open and I am in view of the hallway where the cameras are, even though I am a longtime staffer who is trusted and liked by students, parents, and administrators. Larissa was clear what she wanted. You made it clear you did not reciprocate her feelings. And yet the behavior continued until you and your wife banned her. You did what you needed to do in order to protect yourself and your family. NTA. Imagine if Larissa lied and said that something happened between you, the two of you. It would turn your life upside down, even if it was proven not true. By never getting the chance to be alone with Larissa, you are protecting yourself. NTA. And if it makes you feel better, you can keep in mind that regardless of any crush on you, she doesn't seem to really respect you. After all, she said those things with the hope that you'd cheat on your wife with her, meaning that she saw you as the kind of guy who would. Not to mention the lack of respect for your wife who happily opened her home to this girl. NTA. Her crush is very unhealthy, and she needs to get a handle on it somehow. I think this is the best way to help her do that. NTA. You are setting definite boundaries as well as protecting yourself. NTA. She's literally making suggestive remarks towards you, and she's not yet 18. NTA. But you may need to explain to your kid that her friend is being thirsty and inappropriate and it's weird. NTA. But I disagree on withholding the details from your daughter. Explain the shift you and her mom have witnessed. Explain how Larissa has been making you feel uncomfortable. Explain that these are boundaries you are creating for your own safety and well-being. Your daughter will see you role model communication and boundary setting. Needs to understand that her friend has been inappropriate towards a much older man who is married. Needs to be aware that her friend may create this situation with other unsuitable men. Teachers, waiters, random men from the internet, bar, etc. Needs to understand that not all men are good like her dad. Some of these inappropriate crushes will take the bait. Should be prepared for her friend putting her in danger as a result of these actions. I've been in your daughter's shoes and had to essentially supervise the friend and protect her from herself. Failing to do so resulted in her having a sexual encounter and claiming rape falsely afterwards. It was one avoidable mess after another. Give your daughter a chance to see who her friend is, with you and your wife for support and guidance. NTA. But I'd explain it to your daughter, you and your wife, so mom can corroborate with her own observations. That way your daughter won't be bewildered and subject to whatever tales the rejected Larissa may tell her. You gave Larissa a safe place and love, so it's kind of not surprising that she idolizes you. Hopefully, she'll soon seek the same qualities she saw in you in a guy her own age. Maybe your daughter can help her with that. NTA. Worth both having a chat with the daughter and then daughter and her friend, as the former might not have joined up the dots and then realize her friend is taking advantage. Man, that marriage would have imploded beautifully if you gave in or pretty much handled it any other way. That's the ultimate test. NTA. NTA at all. Read up on our foster parents sub. Not exactly the same situation, but saw accusations by troubled kids are pretty darn common. NTA. But I think your daughter is old enough to be told. NTA. You handled it in the best possible way and you were very discreet about this. Larissa has not even one single reason to come to your place when your daughter is not there. That is the weird part on her side. Even though she doesn't see it, she is very lucky because she could have a crash on a creep instead of OP. I have never heard, not even once, for a friend of a teen to go and visit a friend's parents if their friend isn't home. Yes, the crush looks innocent for now, but there is a high chance to escalate, and it could turn very ugly for you if you didn't set boundaries. NTA. Everything is harmless until it's most decidedly not. There are too many stories where things have gone wildly out of control in a matter of seconds. You are never wrong for keeping yourself safe. Never. Her response is manipulative, trying to make you seem out of line and banishing herself, but let her. Your boundaries weren't even extreme, and she's lashing out against them. Keep them firmly in place. One thing I would say is that by keeping this from your daughter, you're doing no one any favors. She's 17. She understands feelings and crushes. Explain that Larissa is exhibiting inappropriate behavior towards you and that for everyone's sake, it had to be shut down. If nothing else, show your daughter that if she is ever the subject of unwanted attention, she has the power to shut it down too. NTA. But I suggest sitting down with your daughter and explaining why you put the restrictions in place. As the adult, it is your responsibility to do exactly as you did. Set boundaries and not take advantage of Larissa's crush. It's not just about your discomfort with her crush, but the potential consequences for you and your family if an outside observer gets the wrong idea. If Larissa ignores your boundaries and keeps pushing, then yeah, stop letting her come over. Your daughter can meet up with her in public places without you present.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.